Hello, beautiful babies who listen. Okay, so today we are going to be looking at how to cross cancel, okay? And I'm going to start off with just it's pretty simple, but I'm going to start off with some more simple ones and then move down to some more complicated ones. Okay, so when you're cross canceling, what you're wanting to do is you are actually going to be looking across the problem, okay? So you're going to be looking at this number and this number and this number and this number. So you're going to be looking at the 3 and the 9 and seeing if there's anything you can do to make them smaller, and at the 8 and the 7. Okay, so Ms. Rouse, how do I make them smaller? Well, it's easy. When you're looking across the problem, you're going to ask yourself, is there any number that I can divide into both of them that'll make them smaller? Because if you do it to the top and into the bottom, then it makes it just equivalent, okay? So there's no number that I can multiply, that I can divide into both 8 and into 7. But there is a number that I can divide into both 3 and into 9. So what I want you to do is I want you to think to yourself, what is the number that can divide into both 3 and 9? And it is 3. So you are going to divide the top and the bottom by 3. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. 9 divided by 3 is 3. And now you can multiply using these new numbers. So they're way smaller. So 1 times 7 is 7 for the numerator. Denominator is 8 times 3 is 24. And you are done, okay? You don't have to simplify. You don't have to find any kind of equivalent fractions because it's already small because you cross-canceled it. All right, let's look at the next one. So remember, you're looking across the problem. There's nothing that you can do to 2 and 7. There's no number that divides into both 2 and 7. But you can divide 5 into 5, right? Divide 5 into both of those. And 5 divided by 5 is 1. 5 divided by 5 is 1. Now you can multiply those numbers. 2 times 1 is 2, and 1 times 7 is 7. And that is your answer, okay? I'm going to come down here and look at this one. Is there anything that I can do with 3 and 7? No, they're going to stay 3 and 7 because there's no number that I can divide into both of them. But I could do 4 and 2. What number divides into 4 and a 2? Well, 2. I can divide 2 into the top and into the bottom. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. 4 divided by 2 is 1. And now I can use those two numbers. 3 times 1 is 3. 1 times 7 is 7. My answer is 3/7. Now, I'm going to show you one without cross-canceling, and then I'm going to show you it with cross-canceling. Now, watch. So let's just do this without cross-canceling. 2 times 1 is 2. 3 times 2 is 6, right? You get 2 6. Now, let's do it with cross-canceling. I'm going to do, there's nothing I can do with the 1 and the 3, but I can, for the 2 and the 2, divide them both by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. 3 times 1 is 3. Look, it gave me the exact same answer except for that I didn't have to simplify it. 2 6s, you had to simplify it by dividing by 2, right? But if we cross-cancel first, then we don't have to simplify it. There it is. I'm going to do one more. Is there any number that can divide into both 7 and 5? No, there's not. Is there any number that could divide into 8 and into 2? Sure. Well, I could divide 2 into both of them. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Now I can multiply. 1 times 7 is 7. 4 times 5 is 20. And that, in a nutshell, is cross-canceling. All right. Bye, you guys.